believers, on this Memorial Day, we honor family, relatives, friends, and of course, all of those who were sacrificed during conflicts and struggles for justice, etc. I personally, now my main interest is the discipline of theology. Theology is the study of all beliefs. Essentially, how did we get here? Why are we here? What best to do? And in order to obtain justice for what my family, father's family, and now my family, what the justice they demand and must obtain through the guarantees of the Constitution. Absolutely. So I have concised everything to this demand for the guarantees of the Constitution. What is mine is legally mine. I don't have to go get a $1 million attorney and argue 4 or 5 years in a court and go to the Supreme Court and then maybe you'll get something. Those that represent us, especially in our Justice Department, they have to make sure that the law of the land is fulfilled. That if a person has a complaint and they have had crimes against them, that they take and make sure they obtain their constitutional guarantees. Not that, as they told me, I have to sue like this criminally insane Homo Hoover, and they will defend him because he works for the Justice Department. Well, what about the main thing for the Justice Department, the Attorney General, etc., is to guarantee the guarantees in our Constitution. That is where I am at. I have many videos I had, during the last 10, 15 years, I've probably had over 500 videos, probably close to 750 videos. And then in the last 5 years, I had over 400 videos. They were a little more now with better equipment and so forth, where they are really good videos. And now they say, well, those videos, I can't obtain a copy of them. And they won't even answer. So now they won't even answer. In order for me to say they had to fill a form. Well, the form keeps coming back saying they won't even accept it. You see, everything is done in a corrupt way. The people who say that the discipline, it's the discipline of political science. It's not politics, it's political science, if you please. And most of them say it's dirty politics for many reasons. So by 1975, I was so disgusted with the corrupt in politics, dirty politics, corrupt, and those who, Homo Hoover. Yeah, you see, Homo Hoover was a liar, is immoral. He was a grand theft artist, meaning he would rob things, especially from yours truly and others, that are exceedingly valuable. He was injurious. He would injure people because of, especially if anyone tried to replace him. He would even murder people. That there's no question he's murdered. He was the power behind murdering President Kennedy, Charles de Gaulle, with all of their experts. When they asked him what happened as far as Kennedy, and he immediately said it was a coup d'etat. Now, that's a French expression we use, saying it was an inside job. Well, who's got the inside power is Hoover. And then Hoover was in charge of the cover-up. And Hoover ruled that it was this magic bullet, you see. And then for Robert Kennedy, I was there at the Ambassador Hotel. They won't dare let anybody know I was there. Because then I would say the truth. I was there so that he could win. And I was the gentleman who got up in his brain trust session at the Ambassador Hotel that was conducted by his brother-in-law, Steve Smith. He said, actually, all these rapidly without any notes. And you can put what I say on a voice stress analyzer. It's absolute truth. I'll take a polygraph test, any editor's desk, anytime, and pay for it. But they must print the results. How come all these newspapers and media that I contacted won't take up the challenge? It's because our FBI it's a secret organization. They do anything they want to. They don't pay any attention to any laws. They make sure that whatever they want to do is, if they make any crime, it's covered up. And Hoover committed crimes. Now that's known. Hoover had Bobby Kennedy shot. And I knew he was going to do it. And I tried to talk to Bobby in a way. You see, his wife was there, and she was pregnant. Now, if she screams, if there's any excitement, they would grab me and nobody ever see or hear me again. That's the way I had to function. Very careful. I barely survived the 6 accidents. Gunshot just missed me. Trick drivers running me off the road. Where I could walk high would fall. Where I was down low, something would befall on me. Absolute truth. Hoover was a murderer. I have videos on that in which I go sequentially in detail. Now I can't get all those expose videos, so now I'm forced to sort of put a summation, a brief summation of some of them. Why is because in this Memorial Day, we can't forget all of those that were sacrificed. In my opinion, they were murdered on lies, the lies of the Bushes, the lies of the Blair. They wanted that, and the lies of those who have contracts to make war equipment. They want those wars to keep going. That's how they make their billions. That's where we're at. We've been at war now for what? Year after year after year. At the high level, they get the big contracts of the money. And they squeezed at the bottom level. They say, oh, you go to work. Well, offer them to work. You foul up the economy. Now we have the Zionists. The Zionists they're always at war to get their way of expanding. They're doing the same thing the Nazis did. The Nazis says that the Jews were not good enough to be people that want to exterminate them. The Zionists are now saying that the Arabs are not going to be people. They're trying to exterminate them. Same thing. And we've gotten into bed with them. This, where it's, we want to have this control of the world. Well, they're trying. These continuous wars and continuous invadings and an excuse. We take and bomb and kill thousands indiscriminately. We say, well, we're doing that because they have a bad leader. But how they do their elections. Bush stole the election. Bush said he had to go to war because the troops were there. If you didn't use them, he'd lose them. Well, how many did we lose? It was on lies. Hoover was criminally insane, a liar, robber, murderer, assassin. And de Gaulle and his experts pinpointed it. It was a coup d'etat, an inside job by Hoover and the Hooverists, the the King George. I say it's the King George because they said they should have, like be the president kind of rule because they were connected to royalty in England. So I said the King George, Queen Hoover tyranny. That's what the truth is. And I have to say that in order to obtain justice and in honor of all of those and all of those families who have suffered greatly for their criminally insane King George, Queen Hoover tyranny. And with that, I say to the believers, and keep the faith. And I say eventually justice will triumph.